Welcome back! Crossfire Season 3. It's been a week already. Can you believe it? Marky, I got a question for you. Were you watching the Game Awards before this?
I was not. What happened?
Well, so they have awards for Best Esport of 2025. And, a little old game called Counter-Strike 2 won it. Are you ready for the Best Esport of 2025?
Ah! We love it. Deserved, of course.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a really hype year all around. The major going on right now, the Austin major. It's been a stacked year. Storyline of the Vitality era almost coming to fruition. But hey, we're writing our own storylines here in North America. Crossfire, we had our first season last year, and now we're starting up with season 2. That went well. Very nearly got to VRS, I think, this season, and already the boards are looking more stacked than ever. Tonight, we've got Lotus versus GuangdongTigers. Tell us about these two teams.
Well, it should be a fun match. We got a couple good maps, not 3 good maps, but a couple good maps out of the pool here. It should be a good match. The Tigers looking pretty good. They haven't played too many maps recently, but ENN, highest ranked player on the server. He's got some insane aim. Seems to be great in the clutch as well. So it'll be a force to be reckoned with. But Lotus looking pretty good as well. Alice is their AWPer, has a pretty insane T-side rating from what I was looking at earlier. So should be a good match for us.
Yeah, Lotus are coming hot off of Season 55 of Main, as well as the final season of ESL Impact. They were unfortunately unable to make playoffs in either of those, but we'll see if they can change their fortunes up here. I think it's going to be interesting seeing how they fit into this season and then next season of ESEA and Advanced and everything, because it's the rules with VRS this year, that the rules start coming and they don't stop coming until your head is spinning and you only have Messioso looking down at you disapprovingly.
We love all the rules. I don't know. They're rules. They're rules. But yeah, everything seems to be getting better, as the Beatles would say, and it looks like we're going to get right into the match. So Mirage is our first map. This was picked by Lotus, and hopefully they can show us some good Counter-Strike.
We're going to start things off not fire? No. We're starting off with a knife round because we are on the Facebook client. Although Raisin may be disconnecting for realsies, we'll have to see. Either way, Zazu, the last player standing here for Lotus, going to be walking into a hornet's nest of Tigers. That seems like it would be difficult to fit Tiger in a hornet's nest.
Very scary. Yeah. Maybe they're just baby tigers?
Maybe. Either way, I feel like we've kind of lost the plot here because Zazu's off in B spawn and Relt and AGB are hunting. So I think that we are just waiting for some tech issues that are going on, which is, hey, early season, you do kind of expect these things, and you do want the players' machines to be in tip-top shape to make sure they have their best foot forward.
That's what we hope for. That's, not even in the Counter-Strike Major can they get it perfect all the time, so.
It's true. Although, now that we've gotten into the playoffs, things have been relatively fine. There was a little bit of a tech pause today, but it's
not
okay.
Terrible. Not terrible. I love that. I love how...
Oh my gosh, stop helmet checking route, please.
I love how we all just watched 6 hours of Counter-Strike earlier today and said, that's not enough. We need some more.
I mean, that's just how it is, right? Like, if you're going to watch the best esport in 2025, you're not going to be content with just watching the very best. You're going to go watch the high highs, and you're going to come down here to North America and hang out and be like, they're the next big players.
Next year.
I realize you can't see what's on my camera aside from my face, but these are the next big players.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, we'll be there next year. We're gonna have several North American teams, perhaps, in the major, and they're gonna dominate, and it's gonna be wonderful. And we can hold out that hope until the major happens next year.
Yeah, I mean, the good news coming from this major is Americas didn't lose any slots. So I think we did lose a stage 3 slot. So that would have been filled by Furia and Pain this time around. Next time we'll have just one team starting at stage 3. But I mean, at the same time, things were awkward. I think one of the great storylines is, unfortunately, not North America, but Imperial continues to be a team that you just cannot underestimate. No matter who's there, it's just like, yeah, keep an eye on these guys. They're not Imperial, Legacy.
Yep. Yeah, very true. South America has really been showing us up the past couple majors, really, and for a while at this point. But I mean, now that they have Furia, really a force to be reckoned with. And we're alive.
We sure are. Pistol round. Big mid presence for Lotus as A is erased. Cass first up ramp, just flattened by ENN. See if this two-pronged attack can reach anything. There's 4 players on A already, so the stack, along with a player Cat, it could be difficult to dislodge, but 2 kills for the side of Lotus to bring this one back to even. AGB with a kill of their own, and Lingo from Cat will be enough. The last player standing, peppered down, and GuangdongTigers secure the pistol.
Yeah, a little A-split attempted there. Unfortunately, that Cat player was a bit of a nuisance, even though I'm not sure if they ended up with a single kill at the end of that, but still it was it's like 3 CTs outside of con fighting, 3 Ts in con fighting, and 2 of them had their head turned the whole time towards Cat. So not much they can do there. First round's going the way of the Tigers, and looks like we're going to get a little full save here. Buy up next rounds, the usual.
Yeah, definitely a rough situation to just walk in and then discover that there's a surprise party waiting for you. Lotus get plucked, and yeah, this one likely to be a quick follow-up for the Tigers as we see what happens for round number 3. I think ideally you want to die to that M4. AGB we're keeping an eye on just to see if we get those $600 frags on the MP9, but does not secure a single one.
Yeah, Ian just going for it, and yeah, it'll be nice little easy cleanup for them. So here comes the real rounds. AKs across the board. No one Galil, but still, we'll see what Lotus can do here. They're going to have plenty of nades, and yeah, nice to see the Tigers at least being aggressive, not being afraid of the Glocks, and just going for the frags, getting it over with.
Yeah, definitely a lot of confidence being displayed by the Tigers, that is for sure. Does look like we're going to get something fast on B, but it's already starting to fall apart. AGB mows down Zazu straight out of flat. Will bring this one back to a 4 versus 4. Doesn't feel like that's too bad from the Tigers, though. They lose their SMG right off the bat and get to retain all these rifles.
And Relt has pushed up in there. Blade not gonna go for it, and I don't think those steps would have been heard. So just getting away as their teammates walk down this middle area, and Ianan does find that kill on the M4 brings the advantage back the way of the Tigers.
Yeah, what I will say, this round is looking like the Tigers are not taking any super pushed up angles. They are just holding. I guess they're treating Lotus as a very unknown quantity, not underestimating too early on here. That smoke into Palace is going to hurt. That's Infave now completely cut off from her 2 teammates, which are going to push up right past Connector. ENN, the only one able to secure a kill, 2 for 1, and now Raisin going to be smoked off as well, able to peek over steps. Oh, Infave not expecting that. Bomb not down, but it is down to the 1 versus 1 as Alice plucks him from the sky. Now the pick or the wrap coming in, and Alice out of time, had to hold the bomb plant. So No bomb plant for Lotus, and Tigers walk away with a third.
Yeah, a little unfortunate for Lotus. They had a nice mid-round call to come back around A. That smoke, as you pointed out, towards Palace was just perfect timing. A little unfortunate. Got the player spotted out calm there, but still we're able to bring it down to the one-on-one, and unfortunately just not expecting that flank all the way from A-ramp at that moment, but it means Lotus is going to be back to upgraded pistols. We'll see what they can do here. Hit some 1Ds and get right back into this. We do see an AWP coming out on the side of the CTs right in the 4th round here, so that SMG player, although they weren't able to get any kills with it. Well, I think they got 1 in the last rounds, but just had enough to buy that up. And once again, Relt's playing pretty aggressive up in the B apartments there. Just throwing your smoke back and won't find anything. AGB does take out 1, and then on that up finds another creeping up A ramp, so early advantage going the way of Tigers.
This is optimistic, though the Deagles answer back wholeheartedly. 2 versus 3. Ooh, AWP looking to stop that recovery, but in Fave still be able to pick up an M4. She's going to have to do this alone, but Relt will end this, melts them with a double. What I'm liking about GuangdongTigers on these rounds is while they're not taking a whole lot of early space, they are making sure to pick up that B-long area. They're making sure to grab apartments, and so they're giving up a lot of control in mid and just kind of sitting back. And Lotus hasn't had an answer for when they're not able to get early picks just yet, so we'll see if that changes.
It could change with that up on Alice. As I pointed out, huge T-side rating for her, and trying to go for this. Smart play, I mean, as we just pointed out, CT's being pretty aggressive in this apps position. Right now just jump spotting and might be able to catch this. Nope. They're going to spot. And the smoke goes down.
I think the way to counter what Tigers are doing right now is to just go for something aggressive. Lotus need one of the nice 30-second out of spawn calls, because the Tigers have been pretty spread out. So, I mean, they've been getting these opening picks, so they haven't had to trade each other out, but they're just picking Lotus off as they walk up, and Lotus haven't been trading each other. So,
yeah, I agree. I think they need to either do something fast, or the other thing we saw a couple rounds ago, it was just upgraded pistols, so that might be why. But the Tigers were maybe being a little too aggressive, those 2 players pushing all the way up top mid and getting killed. So I think one of the 2, they either need to slow it way down, just wait for them to walk into their crosshairs, or speed it up, go somewhere together. Hopefully Alice can save this up through to the next round and have something to work with. Looks like they should be able to.
50,
and I like
30 seconds, a pretty hefty save, but
yeah.
Again, Tigers are playing pretty passively.
Counter-terrorists win.
There we go. Does get carried through. Yeah, I am loving Relt in those B apps. Obviously pushed up a couple rounds, and then on that gun rounds, just jump spotting. Not getting caught off, being aware of the overall situation of the game. And I mean, they're playing very well. You saw a couple rounds ago, they pushed up the B apps, and then by the middle of the rounds, they were getting the final kill at top mid. So love the movement from Tigers. Communicating as a team so far and working out for them.
Now with mid-window smoked off, the play is going to be toward mid once again. Quick trade, Ble able to get the kill with the Tech 9, so that is going to be something great to fall into the hands of Lotus. Now forming the tip of the spear up through connector. She hasn't got her team behind her just yet, and ENN just able to peek around into the AWP, deletes her. Relt headshot as well. And that is the player advantage toward the Tigers once again.
Alice is going to have to find something with this op here. Not going to be able to save it. Second round for a full minute here. Looking towards Khan, but there it is.
There we go.
Perfect.
I mean, now Lotus are going to have to speed the pace up. Lingo already here. Infave dropped, and GuangdongTigers crunch in from both sites. So the passive play wins out once again. Lotus are just, they're taking too long to get into positions. And GuangdongTigers, again, just round after round are exploiting the fact that while Lotus are hitting some good shots, things aren't happening early enough, and the positioning and it just is winning out over and over again.
Yeah, at least that round they were able to take bottom mid control pretty early on, but at that point, I mean, kind of fell apart. They were able to get that player up Khan, but the CT heard exactly at the corner they were hiding, and unfortunately they, because of the low buy, I think, didn't have another flash to get them any further, try to take a peek into it. And looks like this round already off to a quick start once again, favoring the CTs. Cass is going to try to get up Khan, but Raisin is there waiting. So now it's a 4-on-2. Trying to hit this B site, and ENN going to take one out. Sazu left. Trying to find anything. They have a minute on the clock.
I mean, the reads are also just looking good. Like, that time it did feel like Lotus were moving quickly, and the Tigers were just ready for it, which is interesting to see, because at the highest levels of play, you'll have tons and tons of demos to watch, even at tier 2. But main is not even tier 2, and so if the Tigers are going and downloading Lotus demos to counter-strat, I mean, hats off to them for it.
Yeah, I gotta commend it. And, you know, whether they're researching the demos that much or not, at least you can tell that their team play is very good so far. I mean, they've had, you know, 2 players pushing up cat towards mid together, 2 players in con pushing towards mid together. Just very good map awareness. It seems to be that everybody understands where their teammates are positioned and knows what they need to be covering at each time, knows where the gaps could be.
Now we are starting to get pretty late in the half, so we are getting another force buy out of Lotus. Couple of Mac 10s, couple of Tech 9s, you know, letters, numbers, guns, all that. And once again, the recovered AKs for the Tigers starting off strong and continuing. We're not even a minute into the round, and Lotus are just being picked apart. You know, some she loves me not sort of routine out of the Tigers, one petal at a time.
Yeah, that op on ENN has been pretty menacing too. Up to 12 frags already through 8 rounds, and yeah, Lotus haven't really had a response for it. Seems like they're just able to blow up that nade in window or work around the smoke con pretty easily so far, but here's another gun round for us. Hopefully they can get something going, because yeah, I mean, it's not like this is Nuke or one of those heavily sided maps. It's Mirage here, and Ellis, very nice pick to start things off here. So they finally have the advantage at the start of the round, and it's plenty of time to work.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the info just yet, but if they're able to secure this one player, look at how close Raisin is playing. I mean, or just look at what happened to Relt trying to get that apartments secured once again. Oh, that's a barrel spotted by Bleh, but she doesn't know there's another player on the site, and Lingo will rip her apart. Down to that 3v3. Lotus, again, I wish that they were playing together a bit more. Okay, well, I mean, if you hit your shots, that works too. Trades are one thing. Entries are just that much better. ENN responds, though. Oh, Oh, that's a missed nade right there. ENN. The flash, though, goes on over and not able to hit the flick. Second shot connects. Oh, a no-scope as well. And now Alice has to do it all alone. She slinks back into Sandwich, but not expecting Lingo just to be out triple. So Tigers with 9-0 for this one.
Yeah, a little unfortunate on a couple of those timings there. It was a good flash to try to get ENN off that con position, but what a nice no-scope to hit that. Keep the streak alive. And yeah, once again, force buy. Gotta do it at this point. Gotta get something going, and once again, maybe try to go for something a little faster. We'll see, but CT is not afraid to fight for this mid position. Looks like Relt is going to be challenged on B.
Well, I mean, if you don't allow Relt to get that early positioning into apartments, maybe you can punish. I mean, B has been pretty well defended. Oh, the shots through the smoke, and he runs out of bullets. Alice able to run him down, but now it's a 2 versus 4 as the rest of Lotus again picked apart, but the Tech 9 goes huge, just flies from bench, strafes on in. Run it. Counter-Strike's a run-and-gun game after all. The dunk flies back to respond. Leaves us in a very low HP one-on-one.
There we go. There it is. That's how it starts, right there.
All right. Is one all they get, or are we starting to see Lotus bring this one back? I think a 9-3
They get 9-3.
is what you're hoping for. I mean, I feel like I'm stating the obvious there.
They win
Of course you
pistol,
want
they
it.
convert. So then you know it's 9-5. Keeps going. CT side easy. Oh, ENN though. Once again, 17 frags. Just dominating. And that's the problem. I mean, once you get down this far and their economy starts to get so out of hands, they can just keep buying ops every rounds, you know?
Yeah, there's not going to be any rounds on the T side at this point that Lotus get to be fully in the driver's seat. It's going to be full buys, but wait a minute. This A bomb site might have been overwhelmed. Zazu and Infave able to get both of these defenders. 3 versus 2. Relt and Lingo now on the retake. Infave slinks back toward Firebox as the util flies in to soften them up. These M4s going to be in a great position. Cass all the way off in CT, expecting the rotation. Doesn't know. Both players already on site. Alice, as she falls, will call use support back in, but might be too late. The damage is done. 1 versus 2 for Cass. Can she pull this one off? A full HP Lingo as she strafes on out. The headshot is good, but it's not enough for both as Relt with the trade. And GuangdongTigers on double digits in the first half.
That was good. Good round on Lotus for a minute there. Unfortunately falls apart at the ends, but I mean, they were able to get into some decent post-plant positions. Unfortunately, CT's, at least one of them had a full belt at util going into that retake. So they were able to get that nade down, and yeah, 10-1 now. At least with the bomb plant, Lotus will have a full buy once again. So that up on Alice, who is currently their top tiger. She's sitting at 8 kills. Maybe they can find a 9th here and keep the dream alive. AGB finding one out towards ramp. There is another there. Not spotted out yet, but Raisin, meanwhile, gets taken down as well. So it's a 5-on-3.
Not a great start. GuangdongTigers, I mean, again, they've been just right position, right time, and just haven't given Lotus any room to breathe this entire half. It is interesting to see this passive style rewarded. They are starting to get a little bit more antsy as the half goes on, and they're like, all right, we've got plenty of buffer. We can win this on the T side with what we've got, but do we even need to? Relt is not even playing from apartments. Back on bench, sprays down 2 as they jump out. no response, and doesn't go any better for the rest of the team. 11-1.
Yeah, that was a great half from Tigers. I mean, it's so nice. ENN was obviously popping off, but it's so nice when you have a B-site anchor that can make so many plays as Relt was doing. I mean, it just allows for your cat player to play up, push towards mid more. You're getting so much information when you're able to push those B apps, and yeah, very nice half on the side of Tigers.
Well,
And look at that. Lotus is up. Oh, darn.
classic scoreboard. Oh, dear. Oh, everyone do a freeze frame. All right. The Tigers on the T side, very quickly scaling onto the A-bomb site. Bomb going to go down without a singular kill. And I think we may be looking at an unrecoverable CT side here for Lotus. Already, the kills starting to hit the feed. Trade out of Alice to bring it down to a 4 versus 4. Cast joining into this as well. AGB responds. Good one for Alice. Again, finding that numbers advantage, but that bomb is ticking dangerously, and I don't think there's a kit on these CTs, so they've got to make these kills count. They've got to make these shots count. They got to make this fast. She's still on the bomb, but ENN able to get the spam through, and 12 map point for GuangdongTigers.
Yep, very nice pistol. I mean, excellent post-plant positions on those final two. It's just worked out perfectly. You know, your initial players on the site, once you get that bomb down, take some of the early fights, and those last two sitting ramp, just sitting waiting for that bomb to explode. And yeah, 12th rounds on the board. I believe we'll see one more, though. I think they can do this. Look at this. 5-7 about to pop off. For one.
It very nearly did. One kill is good. In Faith, unable to recover this site, though. And I think the rotation is quick. You know, we've already got some of the Lotus players on site. Cass just trying to avoid the fire. There's plenty of it, but dancing around the flames. ENN in from behind. Good. Okay, 2 headshots. Wait, the Deagle. 3 bullets left and 2 players to find, but no. Lingo will rip her body to shreds. 13-1. GuangdongTigers dominate map 1.
Yeah, that was just the Tigers, obviously, playing well, playing off of each other. Some individuals, as we said, stepping up. Reltz was doing fantastic over on that B side, and CNN just everywhere with the op, hitting all the shots, getting all the kills. And yeah, very nice showing from them. Unfortunately for Lotus, you know, it was their map pick, not able to take it or make it competitive, but at the end there, we started to see some nice shots out of Cass. Alice was hitting some good shots as well, so we'll see what they can do in the next map.
Yeah, I think Nuke is always a good equalizer kind of map. You know, it's a specialist map, so if you do specialize in it, it's going to look fairly dominant. And the fact that GuangdongTigers picked it does make me worried that we're not going to get to see map 3, especially with that map number 1. But the break is always a great time to, you know, dip your face in some water, maybe get some ice, take your mind off the game. Pretend it didn't happen. Pretend you're going into map number 1 again, and it's a best of 1. And just treat it like that. And if you can overcome it, then great. And if not, there's still other people in the group to face.
Such is life. But I'm sure it will be entertaining nonetheless, as Crossfire always is. And Crossfire is powered by SCL, run 24/7 training servers, review matches in 2D, and build real structure into your gameplay, whether you're grinding alone or coordinating with teammates. SCL has all the tools you need to elevate your game. Head over to scl.gg for more info.
With that, I think it is time for us as well to head to a quick break just so we can run ads in between games. So we're going to take a few minutes. When we come back, we're going to be going into map number 2. We got Nuke picked by GuangdongTigers. They're up 1-0. We'll see you in a few.